Hello everyone, my name is Dee. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome back if you have been here before. Today we are going to be doing a little reading on what your person thinks of you. So we are going to be seeing or looking into their current thoughts about you and about the connection that you share and what it is that they like about you, what it is that they admire about you. With that said, this is a general reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is simply not meant for you. For pile 1, we have Goldstone. For pile 2, we have Labradorite. And for pile 3, we have Tiger's Eye. Hello there, my Goldstone pile. Let's take a look at what your person thinks of you. Okay, what are they thinking of you and of the connection that you share with them? And what do they admire about you? Okay, my pile ones, let's see. What does your person think of you? We start out with the Fool. The Queen of Pentacles. We have Justice, and we have the Star. So something that I feel like this could be indicative of, especially like what it is that they think of you and think of the connection, is we start out with the Fool, which at times can be indicative of like a casual or non-committal connection. But immediately after this, we get the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles would imply that there's some sort of commitment or devotion or basically stability and security that's coming with this connection. What that's going to lead me to say is like maybe for some of us, again, take what resonates and leave the rest, but maybe for some of us, this connection started off a little bit more casual or non-committal, and now we and this person are moving forward towards something that's more stable and more committed with the Queen of Pentacles. It could be an indication that maybe we've been dating this person, and maybe not in that like typical like casual non-committal way. You know, maybe it's not so much that like for maybe some more of us, it's not so much that we started as friends with benefits or something like that with this person, but we might just be dating, or they might be dating, and now we are wanting to settle down with one another. We move forward to the Justice card, and Justice is about fairness and balance. So in regard to how this person is feeling about the connection, it seems as though this person wants first and foremost, they want a fair and balanced connection, but I also feel like coming based off of the Fool, if this has been casual or non-committal, or if there hasn't been the defining the relationship talk yet between you and this person is wanting to have that conversation. And ending with the Star in regard to what this person is thinking of the connection itself, this person wants to deepen the level of commitment within this connection. This person wants to move the connection forward. So I hope that makes sense. All in all, this would imply to me that for many of us, this is perhaps a newer connection. Like this is somebody that we've been dating or that we've been seeing casually. But now this connection either has very recently begun to become more committed to one another, or we are approaching that time where we are going to have that open and honest conversation about committing to one another. At the end of the day, like let's say if this has been an existing connection or an existing relationship that you have with this person, we are still moving forward to the next level of commitment, or the connection between you and your person is beginning to deepen in some way, shape, or form. Now, in regard to what this person thinks of you and what it is that they admire about you, we start with the Fool, who is indicative of new beginnings and leaps of faith. So this person might feel like at times you are a bit of a risk taker. They admire that about you. Like they admire the fact that you never really let yourself stay or feel stuck for long. You know, you're somebody that continues to move forward to the next thing. You're somebody that continues to take risks that end up paying off for them. And we see that these risks pay off for you because of the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles would indicate that something else your person admires about you is that you are somebody who's very grounded, very independent, very business savvy, or very like either committed to your career, or you are somebody that does very well for themselves within their career. You know, they really believe in you, and they believe in the visions that you have for yourself. They believe in the goals that, like, they believe in you and your ability to achieve the goals that you set for yourself. They've perhaps seen you do it time and time again. They feel like you are somebody who's very grounded and mature. They feel like you're somebody who is very independent. They feel like you are somebody who's very stable and secure. Like, they know what they are getting from you. You're somebody that's very down to earth, and you're also very open and honest. And just in regard to your personality, like, you're very fair, you're very balanced, you believe perhaps in reciprocation, and that might be something that's extremely important to your person, as it should be. You know, your person feels like you do your best to keep things fair and balanced within this connection. This person feels like you also put in time, effort, and energy. They don't just feel like they're the ones putting forth the effort. I feel like when it comes to the openness and the honesty, and then this like grounded, nurturing, mature energy of the Queen of Pentacles, there's a strong indication that your person might come to you for advice often, because they know what they're going to get. They know, they know that you are going to be honest with them. You know, they know that you're not going to hold back any punches, and that's something that they really admire about you, especially if they are coming to you for advice. Lastly, we have the Star, and the Star to me is going to be indicative of creativity and inspiration and positivity and hope. Your person admires the fact, like, even when it comes to this, you will take a risk, let's say in regard to your career or in regard to reaching a goal for yourself, and the hard work that you're putting into it will pay off. Like, your person feels like you are somebody that when they have a vision for something that they want for themselves, or when they have an idea, that you know how to take that idea and transplant it into your practical world. They've seen you take something from being just a seedling of an idea and expanding it into something so much more. For some of us, even going back to the Queen of Pentacles, like, maybe you are a business owner, or maybe you are in a leadership position within your job. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest. Maybe this part isn't, you know, meant for you. But maybe for some of us, again, you're a business owner, you're in a leadership position. You're somebody that perhaps, you know, or you're somebody that perhaps relies on their creativity for their work. And your person has seen you take that creative inspiration and really put it to practical use and create something from it. I feel like if there's something that you do creatively, your person very much so admires your work. I feel like the Star is speaking to this person really having a lot of fun with you, and also you're somebody that instills hope in them in some way, shape, or form. Like, either it's like your hopeful, positive energy is something that inspires them, or you're somebody who, like, if they are feeling, I don't know, I'm just going to throw out an example. Like, if they're feeling badly about themselves or the way that something went in their life, they know that you will say whatever it is that they need to hear. You know, I genuinely feel like this person loves coming to you for advice, or even just to vent, because you always know what to say and you're honest with them. So if there's a need for you to be honest with them about something in regard to like a issue that's taking place in their life, they know that you're going to deliver it compassionately, but they know that you're going to keep it real with them if you have to. I hope that makes sense. Let's get a couple of oracle cards out here to see what else your person admires about you. My pile ones. Ooh. There's half the deck trying to spill out. Okay, we have the Diamond Dreamer. Material wealth and true prosperity. So when it comes to, again, the Queen of Pentacles, she is indicative of somebody that's, you know, very well off. Again, business owner, leadership position, financially independent, financially prosperous. I also feel like this Diamond Dreamer is, again, indicating that this person admires the fact that you're able to take an idea and expand it into so much more. You know, or you're able to come up with a goal for yourself, but you know the practical steps that you need to take in order to achieve that goal or that dream of yours that you have. Okay? We have the Word Lord. We have communication and praise. This card also says dishonesty, obviously, but since we're looking at what your person admires about you, we tend to take the positives. With the Word Lord and the communication message, this person feels like you're someone who has excellent communication skills. I would say for some of us, this person has complimented us on our communication skills, or they have told you that this has been like the easiest communication that they've had within a relationship. And I feel like a lot of that comes from or relates back to the Justice card. That you're somebody who is very open and honest and fair and balanced. You're somebody who stays within your integrity. You're somebody who will tell this person exactly what it is that they need to hear. You're somebody that doesn't hold back punches, but is still extremely compassionate, sympathetic, and empathetic at all times. And this person really appreciates the fact that the communication between you both is so open and so loving and honest. Okay, I hope that makes sense. The praise message on there, I would also say, maybe like for some reason the praise always brings me to, let's say, words of affirmation. You know, maybe this is either like your person's love language, maybe it's your love language, and that's the like a little bit of confirmation for you in some way. But your person really, again, appreciates that you communicate like what's making you happy, or they appreciate the fact that you give them those words of affirmation. You know, they just really, I would say, appreciate your communication style, and they admire the fact that you're always staying within your integrity. They admire the fact, too, like when we go back to the star and hopefulness and positivity and optimism. That brings me to that praise message, too, where you're somebody who is very genuine and loving and nurturing toward others. You're somebody that has instilled faith and hope and positivity in your person. So I hope that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. We also have the Lady of the Mirror, reflection and non-judgment. So the reflection message on there, I would say that this person views you as someone who is a very deep thinker. And that brings me back to both the Queen of Pentacles and the Justice card, in the sense that you are somebody that is very mature, very grounded. I feel like the non-judgment is also super important, and it brings me back to those same two tarot cards that jumped out. And something that I've also said toward maybe the beginning of this reading, where this person genuinely feels like they can come to you about anything, whether it's to confide in you, whether it's to seek advice, whether it is to just vent about what they are going through. And a huge reason why is because they don't feel like you judge them. They feel like they can be open with you and honest with you, and you're providing them with love and nurture or support and care. You're not looking at them through a judgmental lens, and that really directly relates back to the to the Justice card, rather, because she can represent being objective. And your person feels like, even though the two of you, for some of us, could be in a relationship, or it's this budding romantic relationship that's taking place between you both, your person feels like, for as much as you love, care, support, and nurture them, you're also able to remain objective. You give them very sound, mature, wise advice when they need it. So I hope that makes sense. My pile ones, I hope that this makes sense in some type of way. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello there, my pile twos, my Labradorite pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking of you and of the connection that you share with them, and then we will get into what it is that they admire about you. Okay, so let's see, my pile twos. What is your person currently thinking of you, and what do they admire about you? We start out with the Page of Cups. Oh, we have the Eight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, and we've got the Knight of Cups closing it out. I love to see it. I love to see the page and the Knight of Cups, because when the Page of Cups and the Knight of Cups meet in a reading, especially when the Page comes first and the Knight comes after, it's usually a very strong indication of a connection moving forward, of getting asked out, of there being some type of romantic gesture that is taking place within this connection. And of course, for existing connections, that could be a strong indication that this connection is moving forward to the next step or next stage, let's say, of commitment with one another. But let's start out with the Page of Cups. Page of Cups is going to indicate, as far as what this person is thinking of you and thinking of the connection, is that they certainly freaking admire you, which is exactly what this reading is about. The Page of Cups is also indicative of a romantic gesture, but a lot of times we'll see the Page of Cups come through and it'll be a card of crushing on someone or admiring someone from afar. The Page of Cups is absolutely going to highlight romantic interest, and romantic interest that is growing and evolving. This person wants to do something about the connection, and we see that very much so with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is indicative of very quick movement, and I like to relate it to very quick communication. For example, there's going to be no card that's going to indicate anything about like cell phones or DMing or texting, etc., and so on. But a lot of times the Eight of Wands will come out and it will represent something like quick communication. And one of the quickest forms of communication, let's say, is via text messages or DMing or emailing, whatever the case might be. So for me, we might see an increase in communication from this person. We might be seeing more frequent communication, whatever the case might be. But this person is certainly trying to make some quick positive movement forward within this connection based on this romantic gesture being followed by the quick movement of the Eight of Wands. And I feel like this person is really, in frequent communication with you. As always, take what resonates. Leave the rest. If it does not resonate with you, then it is not meant for you. But this Page of Cups being followed by the Eight of Wands shows that this person's interest and attraction and desire and the want to move the connection forward is rapidly, exponentially increasing day by day. Like things like communication is going well, the two of you might be seeing one another very frequently, etc., and so on. Like whatever the case is or wherever it is that you are at with this person, there's going to be very rapid increase. And this person, what they want is to make this connection more committed than perhaps it might currently be. The Queen of Pentacles is indicative of commitment and stability and security, moving the connection forward. This person feels like you are somebody who they want to settle down with. And then when we end with the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Cups is yet again indicative of a romantic gesture. But the Knight of Cups is, let's say, a bit more mature than the Page of Cups. And the Knight of Cups is following through. The Knight of Cups is making that romantic gesture happen. They're taking positive movement forward, and they are making this come to fruition in reality. So what we get here is perhaps somebody having a crush, somebody really admiring you, their romantic interest, attraction, etc., continuing to grow, and them wanting to do something very quickly when it comes to moving this connection forward. They want to kind of, let's say, rapidly settle down. They really feel like you are somebody that they can settle down with, have a life with, etc., and they want to move the connection forward in whatever way makes sense for you and your person at this point in time. Now when we get into what it is that this person admires about you, starting with the Page of Cups, this person might feel like you're somebody who's like, let's say, very loving, very caring, but also at times very carefree. You're somebody who enjoys themselves. You are somebody who, likes to have fun. You keep things lighthearted. They feel like with that Page of Cups that you could be somebody that's very creative. They might feel like the Page of Cups will bring up, again, maybe might not resonate with you, but maybe for some of us it acts as confirmation. The Page of Cups can bring up things like the beauty industry or fashion or being an artist or creator or creative of some kind. So maybe that has something to do with what it is that you like to do as far as hobbies, or it could very much have something to do with your career path. Either way you slice it, this person is very inspired by you. They feel like you're somebody who's very fun and bubbly and easy to talk to. You're also somebody that they have a lot of attraction toward and a lot of romantic interest in. And for some of us, I do feel like at this point in time, or even as far as like recent past, it could have very much so been romantic interest. But this person's romantic feelings for you are growing the more that the both of you communicate, the more that the two of you see one another and spend time with one another. That Eight of Wands is speaking to attraction and chemistry. This person's also feeling like you're somebody who's very communicative with them as well. This person feels very passionately about you and the connection, and they also feel like in general, perhaps, that you are somebody who's very passionate. You know, whether you're passionate about life, whether you're passionate about what you create, whether you're passionate about this connection as well, they just feel like you're somebody who's very passionate, somebody who's very motivated, very driven, very ambitious. We move forward to the Queen of Pentacles. This person really looks up to you. They feel like you're somebody who's very successful. They feel like you're somebody who's very independent. They feel like you are mature and grounded. They feel like you are somebody that they can picture having or spending their life with. They feel like you are somebody who is, you know, well off or very good at what it is that they do for a living. They feel like you're somebody who's very financially stable and secure. They admire, like, I get this indication, again, not sure how it will resonate with you, but I get this indication like they're very impressed by this empire that you have created in whatever way that makes sense for you. You know, it could very well have something to do with your career. They're just very impressed by you and what it is that you have accomplished throughout time. We move forward to the Knight of Cups. Oh, and another thing, actually, before I get off of the Queen, is if you are a parent, they very much so look up to you and the way that you parent and how it is that you are as a parent. So I hope that that makes sense for some of us as well. That Knight of Cups, I feel like I always relate the Knight of Cups to romance, intuition, and creativity. So this person could very much so admire, again, like when it comes to that Page of Cups, and they brought up how you're like fun-loving and lighthearted and bubbly. The Knight of Cups with it, it really brings me, I don't know if being like a hopeless romantic is a good thing or a bad thing, but they just find you to be somebody, let's say, I guess, because since I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, they find you to be somebody who's very romantic. You know, you're somebody that's very loving. You're somebody who's very caring. You know, and you're somebody that's always expressed or reciprocated their interest back to them. You know, like you've never kept them guessing, let's say. They've always known how it is that you felt about them. The Knight of Cups, when it comes to our intuition, they could feel like you are somebody who, again, is very perhaps mature, or that you're somebody who's very spiritual. You're somebody that's very connected to themselves, to their spirituality, etc., and so on. And lastly, we again, with the Knight of Cups, have this creative message attached to it. This person might really admire and appreciate what it is that you do creatively, whether that's a hobby, whether it's directly related to your career. You know, this person might also feel like you're somebody that, what I love with like this mixture of the Cups cards with the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles is going to be somebody that's very practical, and the Cups cards are somebody that's very emotional. Is another thing that I feel like this person could admire about you is you're somebody that's deeply connected to your emotions. You're very emotionally mature. You're able to understand their emotions or what it is that they're going through, so there's an enormous amount of empathy that you have. But you're also somebody with that Queen of Pentacles and her practicality that's capable of coming up with practical solutions. You know, like you're somebody that it can also be very practical when they need to be. I hope that that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. I'm going to get a couple of oracle cards out here to see what else your person admires about you. Okay, pile 2. Let's see. We have the Keeper of the Scales with fairness and balance. So they could feel like you are somebody, especially, let's say, I feel like I mentioned reciprocation just before. Like how you've always given that same energy back to them. You've always been either reciprocating their energy or their feelings, or you've always let them know how it is that you're feeling. And I feel like this person feels like this has been one of the fairest or most balanced relationships or connections that they've been in, because you put forth the time, effort, and energy that you need to, and they put in their time, effort, and energy too. They feel like this connection is very balanced, but they feel like you yourself are somebody who's very balanced and grounded. They feel like you're somebody who's very stable and secure. A word that's coming to mind is even-keeled. You know, like they just find you to be somebody who perhaps is kind of go with the flow or laid back. I hope that that makes sense in some way, shape, or form. Let's get another oracle card or two out here. My pile 2s. We have the Queen of the Light with illumination, enlightenment, and celebration. That celebration leads me back to that joy and that fun-loving Page of Cups, and then being followed up with the Knight of Cups, that you're somebody who they have a very fun and joyful time with. You're somebody that certainly knows how to have a good time, who knows how to have fun. Maybe at times we are the life of the party. And what I love with that is we've also got the Queen of Pentacles here. And the Queen of Pentacles is so down to earth. So you're able to do both, or this person's able to have different types of fun with you, if that makes sense. Like you're somebody that can go out, like when the two of you go out, you have a great time together. You're the life of the party, etc. But you and this person are also able to hang out at home and have a nice quiet movie night in. This person really appreciates the fact that this relationship can be built upon both of those things. Like we can have a lot of fun together, but we can also, I want to say or use the phrase like, but we can also come back home to one another. Like we feel very comfortable and confident when we are with and around one another, in any setting, doing anything. I feel like what matters to your person is the fact that they are spending time with you. So whether y'all are out and about or whether you guys are having a nice quiet night in, what your person really appreciates is the quality time that the two of you spend together. And the conversations and the quality conversations, let's say, that the two of you have together. When it comes to this illumination and enlightenment, I feel like that delves back into both the creative inspiration of the Page and Knight of Cups, but I also feel like it deals with the Knight of Cups and the fact that he is very much so connected to his intuition. Your person might find you to be somebody, again, that's very connected to your own intuition. They might just really appreciate that about you, that you have an enormous amount of insight that you can provide to them. So again, I hope that that makes sense in some way. Let's get one more card. We have got the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Selflessness, humility, and conscious action. So, with that selflessness, I feel like that's obviously going to bring up that you are somebody who, you know, aside from being very humble, you're somebody who's very giving. You're somebody who's very kind, loving, compassionate. You're somebody who is very empathetic. You're somebody who is very nurturing. You are, again, somebody who's very humble. If you are a creative, and if you're very talented at what you do, your person really loves how humble you are about it. I feel like the selflessness, the empathy, sympathy, compassion, nurture, support that you provide unto them and unto others in your life. You know, you're never asking for anything back in return. And that conscious action, to me, is a strong indicator that when you have a goal set in mind, you go after it. You know, your person has seen you make or take action on a goal that you have. Your person has perhaps even seen you take action at times in regard to this connection between you both. And that's something that your person very much so admires. And again, it brings me back to something I said earlier, which is that this person has never had to guess about how it is that you feel about them. You know, this person's never had to second guess. There's never been a mixed signal. You've taken action in some way, somehow, in regard to this connection, and that's something that your person very much so admires. I hope that this makes sense for you, my pile 2s. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. Hello there, my pile 3s, my Tiger's Eye pile. Let's take a look at what your person is currently thinking of you and of the connection that you share with them, what it is that they admire about you as well. So let's see my pile threes. What is your person currently thinking about you and the connection? Okay, what do they think of you? What do they admire about you? We have the Seven of Pentacles. We have the Six of Pentacles. Whoop. Got a little off kilter there. Got a little excited. We have got the Wheel of Fortune. And we have the Lovers coming out. Just an enormous amount of love. Like, it comes to this Seven of Pentacles, what this person's currently thinking. I would say for many of us, we have a very established connection with this person. We are either in a relationship with them or we are well on our way to a relationship with them. Even if this is a newer connection, I feel like this connection is like moving onward and upwards, guys. So we start out with that Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles to me is going to indicate that this person feels like you both are cultivating or starting a life together. Your person very much so feels like you are someone who they want to settle down with. I feel like this person in general at times is very future focused, and now that the two of you are together or in this budding romantic relationship or moving forward toward one together, I feel like this person is really feeling like you are the person that they want to settle down with, and they are doing what they need to do to work toward that future together. I feel like when it comes to the Six of Pentacles, there's a lot of reciprocation. There's mutual feelings, mutual respect, mutual or shared values, shared goals. I feel like that Six of Pentacles is always going to bring up a reciprocation of time, effort, and energy. This person feels like the two of you are very into one another, and this person feels like the two of you show that to one another. You know, this person is very happy and I want to use the word satisfied with this connection. They really feel like you are someone that they can settle down with, and I feel like they are working toward that future. When it comes to the Wheel of Fortune, this person is looking to deepen the level of commitment here. This person is looking to start the next phase. It's reminding me of this one Oracle card that says something like starting a new phase or stage in a relationship. And I feel like for some of us, of course, that's going to be indicative of getting asked out, being asked to become exclusive, being asked to move in, to get engaged, etc., and so on. Like, whatever stage you are at with this person, expect for them to be making some big positive moves in the near future. This person is looking to deepen the level of commitment here. This person really wants to spend the rest of their life with you. We move forward to the Lovers. There is an enormous amount of love that this person has for you. You know, what they're thinking right now of you and of the connection that the two of you share is that this person wants to spend the rest of their life with you. This person is very much so in love with you. The Lovers can be indicative also of a decision, and I feel like this person, based on all of these cards, like, they have made their mind up. They are working toward this future that they are envisioning for the both of you. They want to start that life, build that life. They feel like there's been, you know, mutual feelings or there's been a lot of reciprocation taking place within this connection. They're looking to make big positive moves or big positive changes that deal with commitment. And they are somebody who feels very devoted to you. They have, like, you have everything that they want, need, deserve, and desire when it comes to what they are looking for in a romantic partner. I feel like this person is, you know, they just feel completely enamored by you, very, very attracted to you. They desire you, you know, they are devoted to you. This person has very strong romantic feelings for you, and they seem to be putting in the work that they need to in order to move this connection forward. Now, when it comes to what this person admires about you, and we see the Seven of Pentacles, this person sees how hard it is that you work. You know, this person feels like you have a great work ethic, and I feel like they see that work ethic kind of translate all over into other areas of your life. Like they see that you are someone who, like, let's say, takes care of themselves, or like you're like very, I want to say you're well put together, if that makes sense. Like you're somebody who seems to take care of themselves. You're somebody that seems to take care of their house and home. You're somebody who seems to take care of their business. Like they just see how much hard work and effort you put into all aspects of your life. And what they really love and admire about that is that they know you will put that 100% effort that you put into everything else into this relationship as well. And they really admire the way in which you juggle all of these different aspects of your life. And you're always seeming to be, 100% committed to, or putting in 100% effort into all these different areas of your life. We move forward to the Six of Pentacles. This person feels like you're somebody who's very supportive, very selfless. You're somebody who's, you could be somebody that's like a philanthropist. You're very charitable, or you're somebody that donates your time as well. They feel like you're somebody who, I also feel like for some of us, again, this could be confirmation, take what resonates, leave the rest, etc. But I feel like this person looks at you as someone who, like, if you're devoted to a cause, you devote yourself to that cause. Especially if it's something like, I'm going to say charitable, I don't know of a better word to use, but if it's something like a charity, or if it's something that you believe in, your person really admires the fact that, what it is that you believe in, and what it is that you want to see happen, or what it is that you want to donate toward. Like, you genuinely care about it so much, and they really like that devotion or that dedication that you have to whatever your cause is. I hope that makes sense for some of us. With that Six of Pentacles, it's going to bring up reciprocation. Your person really admires the fact that you put in time, effort, and energy. They feel like you're an active participant, let's say, in this relationship. And they can see how much you want them, and how much you desire them, or are attracted to them, and how much you enjoy spending time with them. We move forward to the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is indicative of this person feeling like you are someone who's constantly, you're constantly trying to evolve, / you are constantly evolving. They see you as somebody who has grown, or is, I guess, like, grown in the sense that you're somebody who is very mature, very emotionally mature. You're somebody who, goes after what it is that they want. The Wheel of Fortune, of course, deals with luck, so they could look at you as being someone who's very lucky, or they could be somebody that considers themselves very lucky to have you in their life. I feel like that could also be something that maybe one or both of you have said to the other, that you feel lucky, or they feel lucky, or that I'm lucky to have you in my life, etc. That cheesy kind of stuff. But I feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, this person's seen you, like, even for some of us, they might have seen you make big moves, or they've heard from you that you have made big moves, whether it's, maybe you moved to a completely different state or country, maybe you moved career paths, maybe you embarked on a road less traveled by, whatever the case might be. And this person's finds it very admirable the way in which you have made these huge moves for yourself, or these risks that you have taken that have paid off because of the confidence that you had in yourself, and the hard work and dedication, and that 100% effort that you've put into any endeavor or project you've ever, made for yourself. Lastly, we have the Lovers. I feel like this person is extremely physically attracted to you, but they're also extremely emotionally attracted to you as well. They're very attracted to who you are and your personality. They feel like you, I feel like sense of humor is big for the both of you, and the both of you have similar senses of humor. I feel like there's common interests, but I also feel like there's shared values and shared life goals. I feel like when it comes to physical attraction, this person is, extremely physically and sexually attracted to you. They really do, like I said, they feel like you have everything that it is that they want, need, deserve, and desire in a romantic partner. And I feel like you perhaps are also looking at your person as somebody who has everything that you've wanted, needed, deserved, and desired in a romantic partner. So now let's get a few more oracle cards out here to see what it is that your person admires about you. And we start out with the Diamond Dreamer. This card jumped out for another pile as well. Material wealth, true prosperity. And the Diamond Dreamer, just in general, again, it brings me back to when you have an idea or a goal or a seed that you are trying to plant, you water the fuck out of that seed. You see things through, you follow through with projects. This person has seen the effort that you put into everything you do. And this person's very excited about the relationship and the future of this relationship because they really feel like you will continue to put in all of your effort. You know, like they've seen your hard work pay off. They've seen the effort that you put in. They see how it is that you are and operate as a person, and they feel like that translates so well for keeping this relationship happy and healthy. So I hope that that makes sense, my pile threes. Let's get another card. We've got the Dream Walker, dreams, the collective good. And then illusions. I feel like we don't take illusions because since this is things that they admire about you, we only take the positives. And with that collective good, it brings me back to the Six of Pentacles. So again, take what resonates and leave the rest. Maybe for some of us, this is a huge confirmation that this pile's meant for us, because between the Six of Pentacles and the collective good and the charity and the philanthropy of the Six of Pentacles and the doing and giving unto others and the supportiveness and the selflessness of that card, mixed with the collective good, is going to be a huge indicator that you are someone that your person, let's say, admires you, because that is who you are. You know, you are somebody who cares about the collective good. You very much so care about your cause. You do whatever you could do, whether that's donating time or money, whatever the case might be. This person has seen how selfless you are, or how charitable you are, how much you care, how much you care about the collective good or whatever it is that your cause is. Again, I really hope that that makes sense, because I do feel like for some of us that could be a huge part of who it is that we are, and your person has seen how helpful, supportive, charitable, etc. you are. With the Dream Walker and dreams, going back to the Diamond Dreamer, going back to the Seven of Pentacles. When you plant seeds, you water them. When you want something for yourself, you don't stop until you get it. You have worked hard, you have put in your effort, you have made your own dreams come true. In whatever way that makes sense for you. I feel like a lot of us, this would deal with an endeavor, a goal, a career move. Your person has seen the effort that you put in pay off. This person has seen you achieve your dreams. And this person has seen you continue to put your time, effort, and energy into maintaining what it is that you have for yourself and what it is that you've built for yourself. That's something that they very much so admire. Let's get one last card. And we have the High Lord. This card jumped out for another pile too. We have the High Lord of Gratitude and Service. Again, brings me back to the Six of Pentacles. So I'm feeling like if this doesn't resonate for everybody, there must be somebody out there who is extremely selfless, who donates their time, their effort, their energy, who donates their money, whatever the case might be. You know, it could also very much so have something to do with your career path. Like we might work for a non-profit. We might be a social worker or something along those lines. We might be a foster parent. Whatever the case might be, this High Lord of Gratitude and Service, bringing up selflessness and humility again, shows that your person really feels like you are your person genuinely feels like you are this angel. Like, you are this earth angel, that you are somebody who is, devoted to this collective good. You're somebody who is very charitable. You're somebody who cares so much about many different things. Like, and I don't mean to sound silly how I'm saying this, but they see you genuinely care and give so much of yourself to causes that you believe in. They see how much it is that you care about the good of others. They see how much empathy you have, and that you actually, like, the empathy that you feel, you put whatever time, effort, or energy, or money, whatever it is that you could do to help out. You support the cause, or you support the collective good. They are just so impressed by how much of a big heart you have. I really, really hope that makes sense. My pile threes, thank you so much for allowing me to do such a lovely little reading here today. And I hope that everybody has a wonderful day.